So today I'm going to talk about some flashlights or lights in general that I have. I picked up this Anker flashlight. It's their LC40. 400 lumens, runs off 3 AAAs with an adapter that comes with it. Or you can put in a rechargeable, I believe it's an 18650. All my flashlights, I know people say, put in rechargeable, put in the, the CR123 batteries. That's well and good. They're expensive. But, you know, everybody has remote controls in their house, and the people who have kids understand. I just go to Costco or BJ's and pick up bulk batteries because we go through them. I do have AA and AAA rechargeables. I use AA rechargeables with this light. This is a light for my camera, my video camera. I used it outside this year. I recently got it when I was taking video of the Halloween and Christmas props I had outside, and it was actually really helpful. This one is a Sima light, and it is part number SL-300LXI. It's got 64 LEDs, and they claim 800 lumens, and it runs off 4 AA batteries. This is my Tenergy 2300 milliamp hour rechargeables. You have full and half brightness. They say 800 lumens at full. Half brightness, I can only assume about 400. I know it's not linear like that. Color temperature is 5300K, and like I said, this worked out real well. I got it on sale, I think, for $15 from BH Photo, and normally it goes for about 20 bucks. It also comes with an orange lens, and as well as that, it comes with, sorry about that, there's this little bracket right here. You mount it under the screw, quarter 20 under your camera. You can put the light on the side, but what I have been doing with mine when I'm outside is I will use this bracket for the little shotgun microphone I bought, and place this on top of the camera just due to the weight. So again, this is pretty good. This is your cheap Harbor Freight flashlight. I don't buy them. I don't steal them either. Whenever I go to Harbor Freight, I buy hand tools there when I need them, whether it's mechanic work or whatnot. There's always a 20% off coupon, and then, you know, buy anything, get something free. These flashlights, it has, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lights. It runs off 3 AAAs. And this one here, you know, I have a bunch of these. You know, I try to go into Harbor Freight. I don't buy a bunch of things at once because I get so many of their 20% off coupons in the mail. So that's the Harbor Freight. Other things you can get free are these, not to jump on a different road here, but these tape measures, 25 foot. I get those free, and these are great. I have one in every room, you know, always saying, I wonder if this fits, and I can just grab a flashlight. And then you have this magnetic tray, and these are great too. All the other things you can get free are junk, like the scissors and stuff like that. I've tried them. This right here was one of my first flashlights of this type. I don't know much about it. I couldn't find information on the receipt, or could find the receipt, but it's supposedly like a Cree bulb in here. I don't know how many lumens it is. That being said, this one here is from SacredFire. They claim it's 125 lumens. See if that will focus in there. Probably not, but I'll put the links in the description. SacredFire, and this supposedly uses a Cree P4-WC bulb, and this is just simply off on. That being said, this is 125 lumens, and this one that I said I couldn't find the info on, it has you know, you could change the beam spread. This seems dimmer to me. Also, one of these, which I'm not sure, I don't recall which one, comes with this adapter, and I assume this is so you could put either when you take out the 3 AAAs that come in this adapter, this plugs in right here, and you could put in probably the rechargeable battery or the 123 batteries. I have a 123 battery somewhere. I think it's in my camera bag for the for my light meter. But the model number on the SacredFire is NF-011. Originally, I was just going to do this review on the Anker LC40, and there's a ton of reviews out there. This is just comparing these lights. I think these I might have paid $50, $55 for both of these back many years ago. Now you can get it cheaper. This Anker one is $12.99 on Amazon. However, there's a coupon code out there, and I believe you can get it for like $7.99, which is what I paid, $7.99. I have Prime, so it's free shipping. One thing I have to say about Anker, their products I find are above average. Good packaging, good little instruction sheets, but their support is awesome. I had a problem with a couple of things that I bought from them. They had made a change, like one of their USB chargers. Again, I digress. That it wasn't charging one of my devices properly. It turned out it wasn't the charger, but what they realized, the charger they sent me was a previous model where if it had a real fuse instead of a thermal fuse, so if a port reset, it would be dead. So they reset me another one. And I had another issue with a USB card reader. I sent them my Amazon number, and they sent order number, and they sent me another one. It was great. So let's do a little comparison here. Again, I'm going to be using all regular AAA batteries with the exception of this that uses 4 AA's. And that I'm using my 10 energy rechargeables, which I've had for maybe 10 years now. And I just put them in the charger to top them off, and boy, those batteries got hot. The plastic casing melted, so I think it's probably about time to retire those 10 energies and recycle them. So, grabbing these 3 Duracell. These expire 2025. I've had them for a little bit, but let's take off this cap, and here's the AAA battery holder. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. All these batteries are new or fairly new. It's funny that this fits in here kind of loose. Let's see if this adapter fits. Yeah, so same deal. This flashlight is it's an IP65, I think, which gives it some sort of not waterproof, water resistance, like splashing light and so forth. I wanted this to go inside my one of my pockets. So that being said, let's do a quick test. Again, this is not scientific in any way, shape, or form, but here we have this light, which the manufacturer claims is 800 lumens. It's got a 1.5 setting. So at the full setting, you know, it's daylight out. I can't block everything up. Maybe I'll do another test outside when I do the final review. That's supposedly 800 lumens, and this is, oh nope, sorry, this is 800 lumens. This is half, or half the lights, half brightness as they claim. This is your little Harbor Freight light. And you can see the difference here. The beam spread is going to be different. That's going to be the main difference. This one is supposedly 125 lumens, and acts more like a spotlight than anything, more than a spread light. So that's 125 lumens. And this one, where I said it was definitely less. Now this has 3 settings. It's got high, low, and blink, or strobe, or you know, whatever you want to call it. But here, as you can see, the beam spread, you can go little. If you put this against the wall, you can actually see the LED chip in there. So this is less, in my opinion, than the 125. Again, this runs on 3 AAA's too. And finally, but certainly not least, is the Anker, which is 400 lumens. Okay, so it's in blink mode. That's actually pretty bright. Low. Probably should put a little warning, you know, people with the blinking lights. So that's high. So looking at these, I'm sure you can't appreciate what I'm doing here. Is this one here is the Anker at 400 lumens, and this one is the photo light at 800 lumens. And as you can see, the beam spread is quite a bit different. This is meant to light a wider beam. So actually this Anker is actually pretty darn bright, because that hurts my eyes the most, I think. Again, this wasn't meant to be a scientific test. This was just, you know, my little I wanted a good flashlight that I could keep with me when I need it. And the Anker at $8, you know, you can't buy them that cheap. And well, you can, but they're not very good. $8 is a fantastic deal. This is the LC40. They have the LC90, which is 900 lumens, and I believe it's $21.99 now. No sale on that. And then they have the LC130, which is 1300 lumens, and that one is like on sale for like $42 or something like that. And there is actually a coupon floating around. Sorry, I have the Anker upside down. One thing about all these lights, you can sit them all on the butt end. They don't tip over. This one does too, but because the lanyard is there, it wobbles a little bit. And here's the weave, and here are the dips in it. You may not be able to see it, but that's supposed to mean, hey, I'm tactical, and I can hit you in the head with it. And then again, the cheap one from Harbor Freight, which is great. I got a bunch of those free, so it's great to have them everywhere, just like a tape measure. And the Anker is just, again, a simple flashlight, and it does a nice job. I'm going to go outside tonight, and I'm going to light this up, and I'm going to add it to the video. I apologize, I didn't realize how bright it was going to be here, but we will do that, and we'll talk again soon. So I'm going to do a first test with a partially lit room, like a hallway. Here is the Sima light. As you can see, it lights up pretty well the hallway, good widespread. This is half power, that's 800 lumens. But again, this has a wide beam, so it may not seem that bright. This is the cheap Harbor Freight light. No idea how many lumens it is. It's not quite spot, but you can see. And I want to show you the shadow here. It looks like my fuzzy head, but it's not. It's actually the camera with a shotgun microphone on top with the fuzzy head. So you can see from the shadow here, I'm standing about 2 feet behind the camera, maybe. And that's what that looks like. The 800 lumen I'm going to put back on. That's the same distance. It's a much softer light because it has a wide spread, 64 LEDs. So you can't even see that unless I move maybe 8 feet back. But you can see it's a nice soft light. This is the light that I have no idea how many lumens it is. It has a variable beam spread. So here we go on. Okay, so that's high, and I'm about the same distance, about 2 feet. You see how hard that light is? Nice sharp shadow. And if I do show it as a spotlight, you can't see that shadow at all. Yeah. That's about what my head looks like in the morning. Next, we are going to go with the 125 lumen SacredFire. It's actually got a softer, it's more focused, so you don't see that big shadow. I'm going to move it back about 6 to 8 feet. But we'll switch off here. That's one. That's one. That's the SacredFire. And that's the other one, widespread. This actually has its purposes for certain things. There we go. And finally, I'm going to pull out the Anker. And let's make sure that it's bright. So here's the no name. Here's the Anker. Considerably brighter. No name, Anker. You can't see from this picture, but the sides of the camera and the walls are actually lit up because of the beam spread on it. So the Anker is actually quite nice. I'm starting to appreciate it a little more. That's low. Still got a good beam spread. Doesn't seem as soft as this one. This one has that real bright spot in the middle. And then strobe. Sorry, probably should have warned you guys on that one. And let's try it again side by side with the 125 lumen. That's more like a spot. Yeah, the Anker's definitely for $8. Considering I paid like $25 for these other ones a while back. The Anker's probably back up to 13 right now, but next step will be to do it outside when the dark hits. Okay, so I'm outside and you're going to see nothing but a blank screen, and that's of course because there's no light. So first I am going to try that camera light that has 800 lumens with the 64 LEDs at full power. And as you can see, we're about 20 feet away right now, and that shadow you see is the camera stand. And I'm going to zoom this around. You can see it lights up the side of the house pretty good. This is half power, so I assume about 400 lumens instead. Best guesstimate, as we say. Now I am going to put on, this is the Cree 125 lumen, and as you can see, this is more of a spotlight. So yeah, all right. And now I am going to take out the no-name one. I'm going to zoom in and out. This, that's the spotlight. You can see, you can't even tell the side of the house. And turn it all the way up, and it's still more like a spotlight. Okay, next we are going to try the Cree Harbor Freight, and I don't know how many lumens that is. No, it's not much. Doesn't say anything on the package. This also uses AAA batteries. And last but not least is the Anker LC40 with 400 lumens. Ooh. Strobe mode. So it does have a spotlight effect, but it does light up the whole side of the house. So what I'd like to do is try this in comparison to the 800 that I have. The camera light. Let's see. Camera light isn't as bright in the center, but it's more even all around. Pretty good, actually. Should carry that around with me. And this again is the Anker. And now I am going to go back to the no name, because that seemed to have a good light all around. Let me get that on high. That's high. Yeah, but still, it's Alright, so the winner is the camera light at 800 lumens. Not very pocketable, but there you go. But all that being said, in all seriousness, the Anker, which is 800 lumens, 400 lumens, I misspoke, is definitely the best of the bunch, and the least of the bunch, considering I paid about $8 shipped from Amazon, they're normally about $13. Granted, I got free shipping because I'm a Prime member. But that being said, I would say the Anker is pretty good. It's not as well as a spread beam as I might like in some cases, but then again, it's not a bulb that would a light that would be used for searching a backyard. Although maybe I might want to. That being said, I may also buy one other Anker, maybe the 130 lumen, which has a focus lens, can wide or narrow, or the 900 lumen, which for $21 it doesn't burn the bank, plus I got a coupon from them because it's some Christmas special going on or whatever, and I won a 5% coupon. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and have a good one.